Hey, remember that giant Mesquite tabletop? How do I say it? The massive Mesquite Burl Bowl tabletop that we made. Well, it's time to make the legs. And from your feedback, um, mostly said, yeah, metal legs would look really cool with that. So I'm gonna go with metal legs, and I'm gonna do polished steel because steel is what I have. I don't have wrought iron, and I don't do wrought iron. So yeah, we're gonna go with some steel legs, and I'm right now currently designing this thing. The top height of the bowl should be about 32 inches or so. So we're gonna go with that, and then I have to go measure backwards down to figure out how the size of the stand, the metal stand, and then I have to design the metal stand because you gotta do something, and four legs just aren't gonna cut it. Just a four-leg stand is not gonna be acceptable. So here we go. I'll show you what is going on in my head, and yeah, here it comes. So I was thinking about 32 inches. I was originally thinking 30 for the stand, and then dropping and 30 for the stand, and then 6.5 inches is what the table in the Burl is. What's going on with that is I'm thinking that it's going to be too tall and unstable, so I'm going to shorten the stand. I'm going to figure 32 inches. Right here's, if this is the bottom of the base, I'm going to go up to whatever this says right here to the top of my whiteboard, because that's how I fly. 32 inches, and then I'm going to measure down 6 inches, 6.5, right there. So now that ought to be the top of my stand. And then I'm figuring 8 legs on this thing, and a radius bottom, and a radius, of course, a round top. So I need to come up with a solution to support this thing. And if I sound really scattered and kind of brain busted, it's because I am. I don't, this is a figure it out as you go kind of thing. And this is my kind of rough guesstimation of how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna draw a line right there. Put in your level, right? And then I think I'm going to come down here about 1/3 of this dimension, right? 1/3. So that would be 1/3 of this dimension is 26 or 25 3/4. So I'll get out my truss because it's been freezing out here for the last few days, week or so. There, now that has some drama. So the steel that I'm using is some pretty stout stuff. This has a nice big flare to it, right there. And I don't know if I'm going to put this in a video and bore you with it or not, but maybe I will. What would you think of that? You want to see all this boring stuff? Okay, that's going to be the shape. This is going to be, what did I say? 5 inch? Yeah, sides. This is going to be a 5 inch. And this is going to be, we're just going to make it an even 15. With 8 sides. Okay? Now, how am I going to do that? I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out. So, we're going to cut you off right there and I'll figure it out. Okay. Here's all the pieces. The 3 pieces. So far. So, this is going to be the top. This is going to be the middle. And this, of course, is the bottom. So, and we got to put this together. How do I put it together and not have it be crooked? in a vertical way, because when it's all done, I want it to look like, well, kind of like this. There's the base, and this is the bottom, this is the middle, and this is the top. I don't know, you can hardly see that. Let me see if I can make that a little better for you. Maybe I should have done this before I started videoing, but I am definitely not good at this. So anyway, this is the top, and I'm still not convinced that this is the angle that that's going to be, but it might be. So, because, you know, when I start figuring out how to do stuff, I not necessarily stick to the plan because I don't have to. So this is my math. This is how I figured out how to do it. Circumference equals pi times diameter, and so circumference equals 3.1416 times 12, because that was the diameter I wanted, and the piece of metal that I need is 37 and 11/16 long, and I divide that into 8 sides, and that comes out to 4 and 13/16 for each side. And so when I made these pieces, that's pretty close to what they came out. And I didn't. A little fire scarecrow. And I didn't waste any steel, I promise. Well, maybe I did, but that's okay. All right, so the plan now is to make this go vertical and get these pieces welded in their proper order. I don't want to do this. I want it to be straight, and I want it to be straight. And I had a whole bunch of different harebrained ideas, but I came right back to simpler is better, and that's the way I'm going to do it. But, you know, I mean, there's all kinds of different things a person could do, but I'm not so sure that I'm good enough to do right now. So I have to get these pieces elevated and situated, you know, in an oriented manner. So what I decided I would do is I have this piece of angle iron here. I'm going to weld it from this long point here to this long point here, and I'm just going to put a tack right here and right here, and I'll show you that in just a second. All right, we're going to tack this. I can't see. Just enough to hold it. Okay, that's good. Now the next thing I got to do is use this center line that I made on my table, and I'm gonna weld this piece here onto it, right on that line. And I'm just gonna put a tack on it, and then I have to make this, I have to orient this so that it's perpendicular to this. And to do that, I'm gonna use this little this little angle finder. So if I put that right there, and oh yeah, and I'll zero it out. That say 0? Okay. Once again.
It's doing it.
Oh yeah, Sean's here. He's shy today. He doesn't want to be on camera, so we're okay with that. Okay. Okay. Hey, that ain't bad eyeballing. It says 90.8. 90 degrees. So I'm going to stick that a couple of times. I have to be careful because I'm almost out of argon and I don't want to waste it. So 90 degrees. Still 90. If I go right here.
Hey.
So now I have to figure out how high this goes. I have to figure out how high this goes. How do I know how high that goes? Okay. Oh, and then I have to orient it this way too. Somehow. Okay, we'll try and figure that out. Let's see. Okay, I need to take another piece of angle iron. So I'm just going to put a tack right here. A tack right here. And that's ticky-tacked up there, it ain't going nowhere. Ticky-tack. Okay, so now I got the ring. I'm going to line up 2 of these points because I know every one of these points is perfect. Not, but they are. They're pretty darn close. So we'll line those up with that and that. Oh, the other thing I have to do is line it up this way. Never thought of that. Okay. Oh, look, this angle iron's right there. If I turn that, no, I don't know. If I put that there, that there. Oh yeah, that looks pretty darn good right there. Now, I know that this is my most accurate angle right here. And I'm going from there to there. I'm going to take this off.
Yeah.
So I'm going from there to there. Like that, right? Just exactly like that. And then it's going to go exactly square in. So if I take, can you hold that right there?
Yeah, but if you do it that way,
Nothing should change.
where would the next leg go?
What do you mean?
Is
This one leg should fit everything. Should fit all the way around it.
okay?
That's my theory.
Yeah,
If it does or doesn't,
But-
we don't know yet.
when it's welded onto either one here or here, is it going to be welded onto?
Right at the long point.
Okay, like it almost is.
Yeah,
Only
just like it
centered
is.
then, or
Yeah, it'll be centered. So
Yeah,
what I'll do is I'll
okay.
cut as many
Yeah,
of
and
these
then-
as I got,
yeah.
and then
that.
I'll kind of stack them all in there and wedge them in so that
Yeah.
they fit.
yeah.
Here, I got a system for that. Sean. Watch
Oh.
this. Watch this.
Okay.
If I take this here and lay it right there like that,
Oh, okay.
isn't that going to be the line right there? I can't reach.
Thank you.
Okay, here's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'll take this up here and I'll mark it up here. Oh, I can just do it like this.
Okay.
Put that right there. And I'll mark it right here.
Okay. Oh.
And then I'll figure out what that angle is.
Oh.
and
Okay.
cut it. So I just had in my hand. This one? Yeah, okay. So we'll just take and tack this right there. Okay. Careful, it's hot.
Okay.
Warm. Not super hot, just warm. Okay, right about there. Okay, don't look.
Okay.
I can't see. Okay, that worked.
Well, there.
Okay, here we are, Friday. Still not done, but we're well on the way. This kind of looks like my idea of what I was trying to get around to. Let's compare it to the drawing. There's my drawing. There's my B8 board. Looks like it hits pretty darn close. All the pieces seem to line up. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. That's gonna wrap this video up for this week. I didn't intend for this to be a two-parter, or actually it's probably more like a 3 or 4-parter. But yeah, next week we'll get this all polished up the rest of the way and get it on the get the tabletop and the bowl all united. So if you like the video, hit the go ahead and hit the like button, and don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. I think it's over here. Maybe it's over here. It's the chalice. Push the chalice, and then that'll get you subscribed. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.